Maybe not so much freedom of speech for women, though. Just kidding. No, they can talk. We just ignore them. That's all. Because we all know women opinions don't matter. What's up?
What's up, Myron? I just got off work to check you out. Come check you out, man. I ain't here to debate you. I'm here to thank you, bro. I was sitting at home one day playing a game, saw a video. All I heard was if you're a man making 25, 30K a year, you're a loser. And look, I ain't got no college degree, but in the past year, I obtained my CDLs. I'm on pace this year to make about 90K.
Nice.
Look,
Let's go.
I wouldn't consider that high value, but I'm earning value.
No, you're getting there, bro. You're getting there.
And I really just want to come here to tell you thank you, bro. For real.
Thank you, bro.
The relationship advice, how to deal with women, holding yourself accountable as a man, bro. I needed to hear that, so it was really like words from a big brother. I just want to come and thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And guys like you are why I do what I do. So like even when people like that guy before, like, why do you need to say this stuff? That's why I do what I do right there. That gentleman over there.
Watching you 3 years, Myron.
Okay.
Watching you 3 years.
Hey, what's up, brother?
As big as your supporter, I want to shout you out. I want to shout out Sneeko. I want to shout out Andrew Tate, Funyas, everybody.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
Those are the homies.
Listen, guys like you need to make everybody better. Because
Thank you, man.
There's too many men in this world that are falling down. Like, and I believe that. And, you know, I keep quiet a lot, you know, when I'm around people. If I'm at work, I'm at work, you know. I'm working 6-7 days a week, you know. I'm not in college here, you know. Like, I'm just grinding, like you guys say, do. I believe people should stop partying so much and
you guys are the fucking future, man. Like, the reason why I tell you guys, especially young guys, like, you guys are literally the future. So, like, look, when you guys listen to me, to Sneeko, Andrew Tate, any of these guys, make sure, you know, you got headphones in, right? Nobody knows.
I'm getting in trouble because I'm listening to you at work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being for real.
I know, dude. I know. You guys got to be careful, man. I don't want y'all, you know, getting in trouble. But, guys, you know, build yourself up, you know, get that influence, because I'm telling you guys, 10 years or whatever, you guys are going to be the future of the country. So that's what it is.
But
Myron, maybe I'll run for president one day. Who knows?
Myron, I want you to be careful because you're going to get bigger.
Yeah.
You're going to get
man.
bigger. You know what I mean? Like, you got a big impact. So, like, I want you to be careful, you know?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Like, I don't want the same thing with Charlie Kirk. You know? But
yeah, fuck that guy, whoever did it. Whether it was that dude or somebody else, like, whoever was responsible for that, fuck them. So,
yeah.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. All right, who's up next? All right.
Hey, Myron.
Yo, what's up, man?
I haven't taught my dog how to do the salute yet, but we're getting there.
I wish I had Frank here. For those that are wondering, yeah, my dog knows how to do a Robin.
Yeah, I saw that last night. That was funny. I want to start out by saying it was funny. I was on Hinge the other week, and some girl had sent a controversial question to like open, and then I sent her there's two genders, and she unmatched me. At first, I was like, all right, but then that kind of hit me. It's like, that is like kind of crazy to think like it's 2025 and like just that was enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, you know, women literally are like, so all the liberalism garbage that we have, it was spearheaded through feminism. Like, that's the reality, right? Like, every single problem that we have, social or cultural issue that we have, pretty much feminism was the Trojan horse from which that problem came from. Because it started with feminism, then it went into gay marriage, then from gay marriage, now we're into, you know, this whole alphabet community. So, which is a construct, by the way, too. That's pretty much the spearhead of a lot of the cultural problems we have in America when it comes to liberalism in general.
Yeah. I want to comment on what you said earlier about being 35, waiting till marriage until you're 35. What do you say to someone like me who's 26 and
look, if you have your stuff together and she's adding value and she's a good woman and you know you think, hey, I've done my vetting, I've been with her for a year or two, she's adds value to my life versus taking it, I'm not opposed to that, right? Like if you have 20 bodies, like I'm not going to tell you, you know, oh, sorry, bro, you got to do another 30. You didn't hit that number. Yeah. If she's the right one, she's the right one. These are just very loose parameters because I know for most men, what ends up happening is guys get into relationships with girls, they're not experienced and they get finessed. I mean, any of you guys know that fucking stupid G, Akash Singh from Flagrant? Yeah, he was talking shit to me 3 years ago saying, oh, well, you know, this is my first woman. She's, well, because they basically brought us on their podcast to like lecture us on women and how we're like misogynist or whatever. which I am. But anyway, Schultz is a fucking cuck. But his wife literally came out like she was like talking about how she like was having sex in college and being a whore, all this other shit, and she was told him, "Oh, I was a virgin when we got married." So she fucking lied to him. It's all over my Twitter if you guys want to make fun of him for it. But that's precisely what I don't want men to be, where it's like they're a virgin when they get married. They think that their wife is pure and good, but in reality, she was a whore before that, and that will fuck them up because promiscuous women tend to have really bad habits that are not conducive to a good long-term relationship. So I just want guys to go into that relationship with their eyes wide open because at the end of the day, we're the ones that take all the risk. It's not these women. You know what I mean? They don't take any. They want to get married. They want to go ahead and walk down the aisle and get married. But the problem is that they don't want to be your wife. So that's the issue and why I tell guys to go in with their eyes wide open. So look, if you're in a position where she's a good girl and you got your shit together, go for it. But you got to do it in a way where you mitigate as much risk. Also, I highly suggest you don't get married with the state involved. Do it religiously only.
Gotcha. I like somewhat want to help the other guy earlier. He was talking about the case and like why you said it was so bad to like keep them away. What do you have to, for like all the groups? What would you say for like the good ones? Like he was trying to get that out there, and like for like as little or as many good. Like, what do you say to those people that are actually doing not, for example, if they're not doing anything bad, they're just living their life?
Oh no, there's some sensible people. Like there are. Like, let me be clear. Like I've met some sensible people that like totally like agree. Like, yeah, no, like we should never, like this open should never be around kids. Like there's a lot of sensible ones, right, that tend to be a bit more conservative. But obviously, it's still a problem that we need to fix. It's a small one, right? Let's be honest. Like, I think the conservatives tend to like really overrepresent trannies and the homosexual community, right? Because it gets clicks. But the reality is, it is still a problem.
But doesn't that counter your point where they should be all in like one area away from society?
Well, I'm a bit more right-leaning on that. I'm saying when I say it's sensible, I mean as in like they understand that being around kids is a problem. But yeah, are they going to want to be in their own section of town? Probably not. Maybe.
Right, so
I don't know.
That's like goes against what you just said earlier.
It depends on who it is. But some of them are sensible and get it. My biggest thing is I just don't want their PDA and their openly in front of kids. That's my thing.
Okay, cool. That's all I got. Thank you, Myron.
All right, no problem.
How's it going?
Don't worry, guys. I'm here all night, bro. So don't worry, guys. We're gonna be, as long as they don't kick us out, we're here.
I don't really have anything to add to the Cringe Fest. I just want to be
cut that guy out. No, I'm
productive.
just kidding.
I'm a dental student here, third-year dental student. If anyone needs cheap dental work, I do fillings, crowns, cleanings, dentures. Anthony Thompson, Instagram. You can find me. I know healthcare is hard to find out here, so dental work.
All right, bro came out to shout out dental work. Okay. Hey, well, having a good teeth is important, guys. So.
Yo, Myron, bro.
Yo,
Myron. So I've only known you for like 20 minutes now. I've been here.
Okay.
I keep hearing you say this stuff about women. I think it's a joke, but I'm just asking, do you actually think women are all stupid or like?
Well, I never said all, but a lot of them are.
So where does that start? Like, is that just this generation or is that like been going on for a while?
Yeah, they've been forever. But I mean,
So my question is like, does that include your mom? Does that make your mom? Like, does that include everyone around, like your sisters, your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, women are stupid. They do dumb shit, bro. I mean, like my mom is pretty base because she comes from a different part of the world and she gets it, right?
Yeah.
But she was actually the one that like red-pilled me on a lot of this stuff. But when it comes to women in general, especially like modern women today.
Yeah, bro. Also, I have a question. I know you were good friends with Charlie Kirk, right?
I knew him. We weren't like good friends.
Okay.
He was actually supposed to come on our show towards the end of the year, and tragically, obviously, that didn't happen. But rest in peace to Charlie.
Okay, I see. But yeah. So my friend and I, like, we're always on TikTok, the internet. Do you have like an example? Yeah, bro. So like we've been seeing some like disrespectful, or you could call it disrespectful. I don't know. I have no opinion.
Yeah,
on
a lot
it.
of people were celebrating
But
his
they're
death.
making like stuff like Kirkification. I don't know if you heard that. They're putting like glizzy.
The what?
They're like, it's like this trend on TikTok, right? It's like pretty disrespectful.
Uh-huh.
They're taking his face and they're putting it on like a bunch of different pictures.
It's like glizzies and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
glizzies in his mouth.
Yeah, no, I mean people are weird, bro.
What do you think of that?
My thing is, making fun of people that passed away, especially in a way that he passed away, like just goes to show, you know, a lot of people on the left in general or progressives are they want us dead, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would never celebrate the death of a political opponent. Like, that's just weird to me.
So what do you say to people who like make these pictures? Like, who made this picture right here?
Find God, man.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, you know how people have controversy over like who killed Charlie Kirk and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You think the media would have had a different perspective on it if someone like who looked like me, who's Muslim and who's black, would have killed him?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been crazy if that happened.
Okay, I see. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask, bro.
All right, no worries.
What's going on, Myron?
Yo.
My brother put me on to the podcast probably like 2022. Just want to say, bro, I agree with like everything that you say. I think you're great.
Thank you,
for
man.
all
Appreciate
this. That. I'm gonna be on the podcast one day. I'm gonna make my own channel. I'm gonna get there one day.
Okay.
But as of right now, I want to say, as somebody, at first I'm like, my generation's cooked, right? But seeing as much people come here and agree with you, shout out Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that in the Penn State videos, none of that. But anyways, besides that, I want to say, I just don't understand how everybody around here hates what they call hoe-flation, but they don't realize that them being simps is what causes it and them being cucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's just you know, just like, you know.
The reality is women have zero incentive to improve because they don't have to.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
There's no incentive for them to change their behavior, stop being 304, stop extracting value and being useless for men. There's zero incentive because they get everything that they want. So,
Exactly.
you know, that's, if anything, that's why it's so important for guys to be red pill aware and understand how women really move so they can navigate it appropriately.
Yeah, but for sure, man. We gotta get these hoes back in the kitchen, man.
I'm telling you, man.
But, besides that, my fault. Got one more question.
Yeah.
For somebody like me who is like, I wouldn't say like woke in this generation, but somebody who just, I feel like, I don't want to say right because like what is right, but to my beliefs and to people who think like us, being in like my generation, like if you're made, I'm 19 years old, like my generation, I would say is cooked, like I said. How does somebody like me get in a position like somebody like you and stay away from all this bullshit, all this transgender, whatever, all that
Yeah,
stuff,
I mean,
you know?
you just put your nose to the ground and work really hard. I know that sounds really corny and nobody likes to hear that.
No, I know.
But, you know, a big reason why I've been able to, you know, be pretty popular and resonate with a lot of people is because, like, I worked for a while. I had a real job, right? Obviously dealt with a lot of different struggles. So, like, when I come out and I talk, people are able to say, damn, I can, you know, relate to that. So I think that's a really important thing. If you want to be a creator, that is, like, you know, people being able to, like, be able to relate. But the biggest thing, man, is when I tell young guys, like, consistency plus time equals results every single time. So I know it's hard because you're distracted. You want to party, maybe you want to. So now you guys have this extra problem of social media. So it is hard to be focused as a guy, but like you just got to tune out the bullshit and like really grind. And I would argue like nowadays, like there's even more pressure on you guys to be successful because you guys don't stand a chance if you're not successful. Like at least like when I was growing up, we didn't have to compete with social media to get bitches. But now you guys got to compete with like some fucking sheikh in Dubai who's gonna give a chick like $100,000 to fly out.
Bruh.
Like that changed the game. You know, like
Right.
Instagram absolutely changed the game when it came to sexual inner dynamics.
Yeah, for
So
sure. I drove 2 hours from Cleveland right after work, bro. Appreciate your time. Fuck
No
the baby.
Hey man, you know what time it is? Taking America back. We got any feminists in here? No feminists? Nah? All right. I guess it's a rally. Fuck it.
What up, Myron?
What's up, man?
You're here at Ohio State, so I had to ask the question, Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith for Heisman?
Say that again?
Julian Sayin, our quarterback, or our number one wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith.
I'll be honest, bro, I don't watch sports at all.
Ah, damn.
I don't watch sports at all, but I'll go with the Ohio guy just for you.
They're both Ohio guys.
No,
bro.
shit.
They both play for us.
I don't know. I honestly, this is kind of a hot take. I think sports are a waste of time, personally.
Damn.
I think watching professional sports or even college sports is, you could be doing a lot more productive stuff with that time.
Damn.
But look, if you watch sports, you know, I'm not going to knock you. And I do understand that, because I went to college too, guys. I went to Northeastern in Boston. So I understand like school pride and following your team and everything else like that. So I get that. But yeah, in general, I don't follow sports.
Damn. Okay.
No worries, man.
God bless.
Who's up next? Oh shit, the Arabs are back. Oh, yo, somebody
we're here
won
to
these.
say-
The next thing you know, Allah Akbar, and then we all gone.
My bad, Myron. This question just popped up in my head. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
So with Erica Kirk, you know, giving her speech about what happened with her husband, but then afterwards leaving and then saying her husband has similarities with J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
And you've seen her like kind of give her a hug and like kind of the feel. It's like, what do you think about that? You know,
What do you
like
think of women
look,
like that?
yeah.
It was
your wife.
It was a little sus. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, yeah.
You know, I watched it like because the pictures look horrible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But anything if you take like a still could look wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
have you seen also the other videos where she's behind stage, kind of like wiping tears, like putting tears in her like eyes or kind of something like that? I seen.
Yeah, someone was saying that like she's like not really actually crying or something like that. I mean, look. You know, she lost her husband. Obviously, she's under an enormous amount of pressure. She's under a microscope. People are analyzing every single thing she does. So it's like, you know, I guess it's kind of unfortunate for her in that regard. But, you know, I'm not analyzing it too much. But, yeah, I could see how people are like, yo, what the hell? And it still obviously does look bad. But I saw, like, the full video, like, when she hugged him. It wasn't, like, the worst thing ever. But I could see why people are like, dude, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
It is. It could be weird, yeah.
If like, are you married?
No.
Do you ever plan to get married?
In the future, yes, but I'm going to definitely do it in a way where I can mitigate some of that risk because getting married in the United States nowadays is a very
Risky,
dangerous
very
proposition.
risky. So like if you died the way he did and like you like seen your wife doing that, like would you have the same reaction as you have now?
If my wife did what she did,
Yeah, like if you
I would never leave everything to her. Like I'd have like another guy do it. She'd be focusing on the kids.
Facts. Okay, and I have one more question.
Yeah.
So when a man like me, like, you know, I'm a Muslim man, we have to pay dowry to like the woman. How do you approach that? Because your whole like thing is that like women are hoes and whatnot.
Yeah.
How do you get a pure woman if you're gonna pay like 20,000-30,000 minimum, and a lot of these girls lie?
Yeah, you just got to give her like a really good goat instead. You know what I mean?
So like,
nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, look, for all my Middle Eastern brethren here, I would say really start looking at going back to the Middle East to find your wife, bro. I'll keep it 1,000 with you. Like you might have to go back to the Middle East.
But hey, they're even worse there. You think they're better there, but hey, some of them are.
No, a lot of them are
pretty bad.
Yeah, especially Moroccan bitches. But like, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
All I know is Myron, me and you, we gotta go together back there. Man.
Yeah,
I need you to find me a wife back there because I don't know, bro. These girls, they lie a little too good.
Yeah, dude. Like I genuinely think like if you're that worried about that, like, and you have the ability and access, you might have to go back to the Middle East, bro.
Facts, bro. These girls here, they're not.
Yeah, it's kind of cooked here. I ain't gonna lie.
It's kind of scary, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of cooked.
Man, Myron, you the man, bro.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right. Oh, shit, we got invaded by the Arabs, bro. What's going on here?
I'm not Arab.
No, I'm just kidding. What's
First,
up?
I just want to say Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Okay, I wanted to ask, are you from Sudan originally?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask
Well, I
your
was
thoughts.
born here, but my family's from Sudan. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I just wanted to ask your thoughts on what's happening over there. I know you go to Dubai a lot. I don't know if you think they have like a play in what's happening over there.
My thoughts on Sudan, what's going on? It's terrible. You know, it's obviously a civil war between two different military factions. It's been going on for a very long time, right? I've been familiar with it. I've talked about it a few times on my show, and it sucks that it doesn't get more press coverage. It's finally starting to get some coverage now. But yeah, the things that have been going on in Sudan are horrible. And both parties, Hameti and the other guy, are both war criminals. And, you know, at the end of the day, the people of Sudan are the ones that are suffering because these two idiots, you know, can't come to an agreement and, you know, have some type of democracy. And, you know, none of them want to give up power, which is the problem.
Yeah, I hope your family's safe out there.
Yeah.
I had another question.
Yeah.
I saw that online you said something about, you said you were mad at Muslims praying in Times Square in public. So
I'm not mad at it. I just don't think it's appropriate.
Why is that not appropriate?
Well, as guests here, nice hat, I like it. What does that say? Make America Great Again?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I think as Muslims, we're the minority and we're guests here. And I think praying in culturally significant locations in the United States with cameras and loudspeakers and, you know, that can be looked at in a negative fashion by, you know, by others. And I don't think it's really necessary.
Okay, so you're just saying that it might put a bad perception. Sorry. You're saying it might put a bad perception on Muslims for doing something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Like, because the reality is, let's be very candid here. Americans are already very perturbed by Islamic influence in the United States, right, after 9/11. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, that's all a bunch of propaganda, which I actually agree with, that like push out a lot of propaganda that's anti-Muslim to, you know, whether it's the war on terror and all this other shit. But if we know that that is a problem, right, and that they've been pushing out this Hizbar for a very long time, are we going to exacerbate the problem and confirm the stereotypes? Or are we going to go ahead and, you know, worship in a manner that's respectful to the host nation and the host people? Because I truly do think that America is a Christian country, right? And a lot of Muslim scholars even agree with this, right? When they asked, I think Hasim Amim or something like that, he, you know, someone asked him, hey, can we eat meat in the United States? Can we eat at McDonald's, et cetera, as a halal? And he said, yes, you can, because America's a Christian country. Right. So, you know, if scholars are even admitting that America's a Muslim country, when it comes to the concept of like, you know, eating meat here, if it's halal, I mean, I think that's very true. And one thing we can at least agree on, even if people want to say it's not a Christian country, that it's definitely not a Muslim country. Because if we went ahead and we flipped the script, and I always say this to the Muslims that get mad at me when I say this, if we took 100 Christians and had them go pray in front of the Burj Khalifa in UAE, there'd be problems. They would kick them out immediately.
I don't think so.
They would absolutely kick them out, bro. And the UAE, even though it's a fairly secular Muslim country, if 100 Christians lined up and prayed in front of the Burj Khalifa, there'd be problems, bro. They tell them get out of here, at bare minimum. They would not allow that.
Okay, and then what are your thoughts on all the Muslims running for in the recent elections? You know, Zahran Mamdani. If anyone's from Columbus here in Hilliard, we actually have a Muslim sister who won the election here.
My thing is, you know, it just got to be they got to be America first, America only patriots, right? Like, you know, we don't want to run into the same problem where these people are, you know, legislating laws that benefit a foreign country or enacting things that benefit a foreign country. I think, you know, obviously Muslims can absolutely serve the United States and be patriots, but we just got to make sure that we do that so we don't run into the same problem or become the Zionists that we complain about all the time.
Yeah. And one last thing, I just wanted to ask, do you have any message to all the Zionists who are out here tonight?
For all the Zionists out here?
Yeah.
Hey, man, your country sucks. I don't know what to really, you know, sucks. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Sonic.
All right, man. No worries, bro.